I work on camera and saying in 5 years I won't even be able to have a job. My job is to work on camera. That's, what if I want to be working here in 5 years? I want to be on camera. I want to stay here.
Well,
so
maybe you have to go behind the camera.
he doesn't need that.
Stool Scenes, episode 69. Nice. Shout out to our good friend Gronk. I would have loved to have him on the program, but that's okay. I got a better guest. What do you do?
He said that he respects Tom Brady for the ass-eating season.
Of course he does, bro. Ass-eating's right around the corner from 69 season. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of similarities there. But, Casey, we're out here on a beautiful July day, and it doesn't get much better than this. I got the Freedom Crown on. We have the Brew House King Burger, an American legend. Something that's been around, and you know what? With this Freedom Crown, we got thick cut bacon, crispy onions, and what kind of sauce do we have on there?
A+ Tavern sauce.
I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, I'll tell you right now. We get a nice Budweiser right here.
This is a disaster.
4th of July is coming up. Get your merch. And you know what? We got a highly anticipated episode right now. People are probably like, shut up, YP. Let's get to the drama, as they often do. Stool Scenes is back, folks. Rhea, her sister got engaged. She was posting on social media. It became a topic on the radio. I guess there was a segment saying, hey, you and Hank have been in Barstool. It's an alternate universe. You guys are going to grow old and, I guess, gross together was the verbiage. There was some verbiage that said, I guess, in 5 years, people want to puke if they see you. In the midst of the segment, it was a joke. Dave said that. Rhea got wind of it. She was not happy. So she stormed back in. She was very mad. And she said, Dave, I demand an apology. If there's one thing I know about Dave Portnoy, it's a tough thing to get when he feels he didn't do something wrong. You're never going to get an apology from him.
Especially on air.
Especially on air. You come into the Lions, then you're going to get mauled, and let's just get to the footage.
No shit. I was so angry because last night when we were taking photos and you were always right. I just want to walk out. I mean, you literally at one point took great side.
He said that my face is going to look so ugly in 5 years that people will puke.
We got That's pretty harsh.
Should I go back? That's like really fucked up. I didn't even know he said that.
That's pretty harsh. Gross. Man, great side of the league. Great side to the sprint. Man, so you want to take it on for the game. I feel like Brady. I'm catching Brady's side for a few.
I'm going to say not to add to you being wrong, but you just told your employee that in 5 years he's going to look so bad people will puke on camera.
I misremember.
I don't know.
Yo, this is some unreal stuff in here.
What happened? Tell me quickly.
Liz Dave said that Liz 0.00000% chance said something. She said, yes, I did. He's like, I will risk my entire credibility and my entire life on it, and it turns out she said it. He doesn't know what to do.
Can I go back in there?
No. You said that.
Another camera.
You said that I didn't even say Mexico. You said that there was no shot that I even said the word Mexico.
You said 99% chance that maybe you said I don't know, but you never said Mexico.
Yeah, let's move on.
I think I like this slant. I think we should stick on this slant for a while.
Look at this.
Stunning.
New question. Maybe Tommy put this up on a poll.
This may never happen again.
Has Dave Portnoy lost his fastball?
I'm not tweeting that.
Has Dave
This
Portnoy?
combined with that Riggs moment, it's
Oh boy, you're slipping. We just sat here and roasted Rhea over aging in dog years. You, my friend, might be on the way out.
I gotta rejuvenate the batteries.
You do actually.
Are we going to talk about how Dave's ass is in the jackpot, or because he said that I'm going to look so gross in 5 years that people will puke on camera? I didn't know that you said that about me before.
There's a chance I said that.
That is horrible.
Double
That is
jackpot.
really
that
horrible.
I'm talking about. I can't get double teamed right now. I'm getting
No, but you
attacked by
can
one.
because that's so horrible.
I'm just saying you're gonna age Rhea because you're in Barstool World like your boyfriend Hank.
Yeah, but in 5 years, people will puke when they see me.
That's aggressive.
That is really aggressive for someone.
Apologize.
I will not apologize.
Yes, you will
No,
apologize.
no, there's no apology coming for that.
For saying that you. People
It's
are
the
gonna
same.
puke?
I said the same thing about you and Hank.
Yeah, and it's
You're both
messed
gonna
up to
grow
say about
old.
Hank too.
Exactly.
But Hank is a guy, you know it's different.
Well, but that's where Dave says the Me Too movement. Like if I
They're
say that
both
about a guy,
growing
I say
old
wrong.
together
wrong,
and gross.
because nobody's saying George Clooney's out there looking gross.
Well, maybe
Older
both of
men-
us should not be called gross, and you should say that we're both not going to age poorly and gross.
Well, then you're in the wrong place. I didn't say Hank looked great. You look bad. I said you both look
Dave
gross.
has been pushed to a corner right now. He's frazzled.
I'm not frazzled.
He just lost a huge game.
I'm
to
frazzled to Liz.
Yeah,
I'm not
and
frazzled
now,
by
and now you're
this.
doing this, and you have your hands in your fucking.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
give a fuck. Hey,
Uh-huh.
you want to hear it again? Rhea and Frank and Hank are gonna grow old and gross together. Done.
That is a lot different than.
That's
But it's
all.
the same
how you
thing.
articulated
It's
it
not
last
the
time.
same
It's the I'm
thing.
talking the same thing. It's Rhea and Hank living in a bizarro world
No,
universe.
but that's
Why
so
20
different.
matters.
That's so different than saying in 5 years people won't even want to look
But
at me
it's
on
not.
camera.
But it's not different in the scheme of talking for your sister who got engaged at 27.
Yeah, but when we're talking job and I work on camera and saying in 5 years I won't even be able to have a job. My job is to work on camera. That's what if I want to be working here in 5 years? I want to be on camera. I want to stay here.
Well,
so
maybe you have to go behind the camera.
He doesn't mean that.
He doesn't. He's just being a
Are you
dick
kidding?
on purpose. Look at it. Look at that stupid face.
He's just being
Welcome
a
to
dick because he
Barstool
just
Radio,
lost an
Rhea.
argument to me.
I did lose an argument
Yeah,
to you.
that's why you're being mean to Rhea.
Just
Rhea's
apologize.
crying now.
Yeah.
Get out of
You
here.
needed to know. I could have told you that was about to happen. You need to read
It's
the
obviously a
situation.
fucking joke. If
I
you
know,
can't
but
take a
she
joke, then
clearly
don't walk
wasn't
in here.
taking it as a joke.
Don't walk
You're gonna
in here
have
if
to
you
be able to
can't
read
take
that
a joke.
situation out the back of the thing.
Well, then what? She shouldn't fucking come in.
Well, she thought you were going to apologize.
Well, then she doesn't know me very well, Liz.
Well, I think she
I'm
saw.
expecting an apology from Dave.
Right.
To
But
walk
who's-
into the radio when
Yes,
I'm on the
but-
radio and be like a puke thing, that's such an obvious over-exaggeration,
I
and you're
think
gonna
it-
cry, get the fuck out of my face for
I
that.
think it took her by surprise, and
It's
she
the
thought-
whole thing with an
and she
engagement
thought
with Hank
that
and
if
fucking.
you saw that she
Honestly,
was
if
really
you're gonna
emotional
cry, then
about
walk
it.
your fucking ass out the door. I don't give a fuck about that, and I'll double down on that. You want to stare at me, Liz? I don't give a fuck. That's how we built this company.
I know that. But
So I'm not
she
gonna.
came in-
People want girls and guys to be treated the same. They are. I'm talking about the same fucking thing.
I know, but she came
We
in.
know they're not. You can
She
say that
came
about
in,
me.
yes.
You do say that about me all the time. You say it
I say about everybody.
girls.
That's almost a compliment to Rhea that I think
Yeah.
she's as much involved
That
in
actually
this.
is true, but in the moment she's not going to understand.
Well, then
that
don't
nuance.
walk the fuck back
But
into
she also
Barstool Radio.
probably felt like she needed to defend herself.
Right,
Well,
and
what
I
do you
think,
expect to
and I
happen?
genuinely think that that she thought, because you are not insensitive, you really aren't. I think that she thought that you would see how upset she was
So
about
you
it,
think
and you
it's a
would be
fucking
like, okay.
serious comment that someone's gonna puke
I
in
think-
5 years?
I
No,
think
but there
she
are
thought
people
that.
who are your followers are going to say that. There are people who do take that serious. There are people who are going to be like, even Dave thinks Rhea's ugly or something.
Listen, if you start going back and forth on Twitter about ass in the jackpot and engagements on fucking Twitter, then it becomes part of here and we fucking talk. Don't tell me I have to watch the line. I fucking invented the line.
This is what happens when Dave is wrong.
I'm not wrong.
That's very true.
I'm
Rhea
fucking
did
not
walk
wrong.
in at the wrong time.
He's unleashing his
Oh, wrong
anger
with
for
you?
his anger for being
I
wrong
was
about
wrong
me on
with
her,
you,
yeah.
but I was right about her. That's
Hour
a
number
fucking
2
clear joke.
of a super uncomfortable show coming up.
I like it. I like it. I like when it gets uncomfortable.
You had to make her cry.
I'm not gonna apologize for that. That's a clear joke.
I mean, but now
I think
you
she
have
thought it
so
was a
much of
joke at
worse
first, but then
situation on
because
your
you doubled
hands.
down
Some
on
good
it.
radio.
But then because you doubled down, she thought
What do you
were-
want me to do?
She thought you were serious. Like I think at first she was like, oh, haha, and thought that you were not.
I mean, I tried. I was like,
Frankie
she's
tried.
rushing. I tried to stop her. to
Frankie
come
did
in.
everything
Not
besides,
that I
like,
want to stop her from talking, but I just
Yeah.
was like,
He
he's
was like,
getting
"Not
double
right
teamed
now."
right now. Let's wait until after, and she fucking saw red. I know.
Where'd you see that quote or hear it?
Reddit.com. What do you think?
But it's like you can't pull that out of.
I know.
the scheme of what we're talking about.
What is the spider monkey doing in here?
Oh, I just wanted to fist pump him for good. I love good radio.
She's younger and more sensitive about that kind of stuff, and she gets ripped apart all the time, and I'm sure she's.
Well, then don't put it on fucking social media.
Oh, brother, here comes
Nate.
Nate.
Nate with a little spider monkey look on his face. What is it, Deadspin already on it or something?
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on your side.
I can't tell. It's very...
And easy. Making 20-year-olds cry and kicking them out of the room is vintage Dave. Don't ever say Still Presidente lost his fastball. Hashtag GoPros go. Now you're in the jackpot. If you weren't in the jackpot, you are...
Well, that can be taken both ways. It can be a sarcastic shot at me. But, I mean, welcome to the fucking Peridot. Welcome to fucking Milton.
You know what?
I made Muskie cry.
If they cry, they cry.
Muskie cried.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people...
Yes.
Francis cried in his early days, I'm pretty sure.
Did he?
Yeah, like... It's just, you go through the ringer, you come out better on the other side. It's the way it works. Is that Laura Wagner's?
Yeah, this will be Laura Wagner's headline. Should we put Deadspin on the top?
Yeah, like the way you do your press release, like Dead. Or, can you do like Laura? Oh, sorry, can you do like Laura Wagner in cursive? Wags, like WHES. Wags Inc.
Shall I like tweet this out or something? Like a picture of this? Or you want me to actually write the whole thing?
I'd write it and then tweet the article out.
Okay. What do you think? It's coming along well?
Yeah, that's perfect.
It looks really good.
This is the way to just steal all of Deadspin's clicks. Like, the only time you write is hit pieces, well, we're just going to write them for you.
Any thoughts on the...
I mean, I said everything on the radio. It sucks that she cried. It won't make her cry, but... I mean, in my book, that was a pretty fucking obvious joke. I wish she didn't cry about it.
Yeah.
I'm not, I'm surprised she took that much offense to it, but whatever, it is what it is at this point.
Yeah,
jokes. I mean, come on.
The what jokes?
No one's puking and like.
It's funny.
But it's because she didn't know you were kidding. She thought you
How
were
do you
being very
know
serious.
that's kidding though? I said Hank looks like a.
It's how this whole thing got built.
He's like a senior dog at a pound.
He's on a tweet spree about you.
Yeah, what do you think of
I
Hank?
think the whole thing.
Dave, you see his tweet spree about you?
No.
It's just so fun, man.
The dog is getting the itch right now.
I like these shirts.
I do too.
Me too.
You can buy one from the store.
Oh, Cameron, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate it.
You're all just sitting out
I'll
here.
be honest, I'm sure I said, there was like a 5-minute rant. I said a million things. I'm sure there's a lot of very offensive things said in that rant.
Well, you are an offensive person.
Yeah.
That's true.
It was quite an offensive rant to both of them.
Wow, these burgers are spectacular. I got the Brew House King in my hand right now, and I got the Freedom Crown going on. What's your thoughts while I take a bite?
The tavern sauce is amazing. I will be honest, it's very impressive that you're getting me to eat a hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever this is called, before the 4th of July. It's bikini season, YP, and I'm doing this because it's so damn delicious.
It really is bikini season. I've been watching my figure. Anyways, we get to day 2. I mean, it seemed like cooler heads had prevailed. Dave not apologized, but kind of smoothed things over with Rhea. They seem to be on good terms. Sometimes you just can't go back into the lines, then you never know what's going to happen. Hank and Dave were slugging it out. We had a full-on brawl. Let's get back to the footage.
I think it was good that I wasn't here. I was pretty fired up. So the fact that it was only 3 tweets, I don't think was that bad. That's really that.
What was your, what was your involvement with your girlfriend? What was the conversation like?
I mean, I just felt bad. I felt bad that, like, my history with Dave just got put on her. But it's also something that I, like, knew was gonna come eventually. So, like, I felt bad for her. But that was, I wasn't, like, surprised or, like, I wasn't offended. But I understand why.
Where were you sending those tweets from?
I was looking in apartments. Fucking. I had, like. I had to act like I was like, oh shit, I have to listen to this meeting. I had like one headphone in, I was like walking around looking, and then my phone was on like 2%, so I just had to like, I was like, I'm just gonna fire these off, and then.
When you fired them off, were you ready for anything at that point?
I fired them off and my phone died, and so I was like, afterwards, obviously when you get mad, you say shit that you don't want to say, and afterwards you feel bad, so I was like, I'm gonna turn my phone on and be like, I hate my life, but it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. The thoughts on this radio first hour coming up?
Well, I invited Hank. Hank's coming on. I don't know if that'll be contentious. I know what. I'm curious. Listen, I'm not a crazy person. He's in a tough spot. It's his girlfriend, who, in my mind, deserved everything she got yesterday. That doesn't mean I feel bad. I wish she didn't cry. It's like you can't come storming into the lion's den and you get mauled. That's what happened. I think Hank knows that, but he played the defense card. He's tweeting at me. He also knows you can do that. I don't really get mad. So I'm just curious to hear Hank's take on it. I went and put a little picture there to prepare for it. It's just a picture of the news racks. Like just a subtle reminder that the only reason he's not taking a ticket to the Museum of Science because of those news racks and because of this guy. And I think sometimes the entire office forgets that. Like that Dave Portnoy versus Rhea, that Dave that came out, that's why everyone's here. Like that's what differentiates us through the years. And people want to sweep it on the rug. I will not let it get swept. I think Hank knows that. Hank's Milton tough. So he got in the mix defending his girl. That's fine. I haven't heard. I just want Hank's take. Like is Hank gonna be like, "Oh, you're way out of bounds," or is he gonna be like, "No, I get it, but I gotta defend my girl." We'll see.
We just talked to DP. So I have anticipation for your radio appearance. This won't come out till after. Do you want to give any thoughts as far as like your mind frame, your game plan?
No, I don't. I'm just gonna answer his questions. Like I have no axe to grind. He seems to have an axe to grind. I'm just gonna see what he's got to say, respond in kind. Hopefully have my job going into the 4th of July.
Who are you more afraid of, Maria or Dave?
I'm not afraid of either of them. What do you mean?
I mean, it's both pretty two big forces as far as like your boss and your girlfriend.
I'm not afraid of either of them. I like them both. I'm not like picking a side. Like Dave was wrong. Rhea wasn't wrong. Like I don't know. But I'm not gonna like. I think I know Dave enough to know that he's not gonna give up an argument. I'm not gonna like try and argue semantics with him.
Are you gonna cry? What's the matter? What is that from?
It's from something.
It's like from a movie.
It's definitely a movie. Hank's already laughing.
I wish I came more prepared.
Do you have any pride, Danny? But I don't think that is a cry thing.
Lucas?
What's the matter? I don't remember what that's from.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy KFC. It's another edition of Barstool Radio. Thursday, Dave's last day before he heads off to Nantucket.
I got 1 hour.
We got 1 hour. He's out of here at 5 o'clock, so we'll do Dave for hour number 1. We'll do whatever else for hour number 2. Evening Yak up at 6. We got Hen Easy in the building.
I'm curious, and you, like I said, went after me on Twitter, which I didn't really care. It was so hot I didn't go back. But I am curious your take on the whole thing.
I listened to it, so I was listening to the radio. I got alerted to that there might be a problem. I went back, I was listening, and as I was listening, like I understood your logic where you were like, I treat you like Hank, like you are Hank. So when what I say to you, I say to Hank. Like nothing that I heard was like unexpected. I've heard it from you a million times. Like none of those insults would have made me blink. But the thing with Rhea is like, I've always been behind the scenes. I've always like never worried about my looks or anything. Like for you to not understand that like she's her own person and like she is on camera. She does take herself like her appearance much more seriously than I do. Like I've always like embraced a scumbag like look or whatever. So like
the scumbag club.
I understand what you were saying, whereas like what I say to Hank, I say to you, but like for you to not understand that what you say to me, she's not going to react the same way I do was just like, how could that's like it's like lazy.
But I want to say lazy. Like the truth of the matter is, like when we did this, I asked for you to come in the radio. I never asked for Rhea. Rhea came in on her own. Like she then, as we're doing it, it becomes more about Rhea when she's sitting right across from me, and then she leaves and she flies back in again when she's not asked. And to be honest, like,
well, she saw what you said. I saw it too. So I got tipped off. I was like looking on my phone. I checked the Reddit because I knew they would have like the up-to-date shit. And once I saw the quote that was like, you only have my tweets on here, you don't have what you said, but it was something along the lines of like, I would puke when I see you. Like I knew Rhea, and I knew that once I saw that, I was like, she's like, it's gonna set her off.
It's such an obvious, like, I don't care. Like your job at Barstool, we're a comedy site, and if you're that insecure about your looks, you probably shouldn't be in front of the camera.
I mean, you got hair plugs.
Yeah, but and what happens? People make fun of me every day. I don't care.
But like,
I mean, not everybody's you though. And that's where we're like, as we grow to like a bajillion-dollar company, like
that's exactly
that is our brand.
I know, but not. Listen, straight up, not
You
everyone's going to be
shouldn't be
Milton
here.
Tough.
You shouldn't be here.
You're not going to be able to find enough people to make this
Yes,
company.
we will.
I don't think you will.
We have a million people here.
I think that a lot of people don't like that type of shit.
But also, Dave, it is very
it's
different. The
crazy
idea
to
of
me.
we shouldn't
Shh,
be here.
Liz, I'm in the middle of talking. Like, don't cut me off when I'm in the middle of the rant. Like, the point of this is, everyone says that. It is what makes us. Like, we are not toning it down. Like, don't have someone who's been here for 2 years run in here and expect me to treat her with kid gloves. It's not going to happen.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, if you run into the middle of a show, you're not going to. And you ask Dave for an apology on the air. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, once she asked for an apology, and when you set off, like I was not surprised. That's not. I don't think she was in the wrong or like whatever. But I just know you, and I knew like when someone put you in the corner, you snap back. Like I wasn't surprised with how that all went down. But don't you like? Do you think that there's a difference, like your logic being like you treat her the same way you treat me, but like me and you have history, like we've known each other, like we've had like personal connections.
Then
Like
don't put your relationship on social media. Like I didn't even put this on the sheet. It's you guys are talking about so fucking much that it became a thing on Twitter. Is my ass in the jackpot? This, that. It was whether you're gonna get engaged. That's the whole thing. That you guys are older, so yes, your ass is in the jackpot.
But then you turn it into her looks.
It's because the going back to the ass in the jackpot, the whole thing was, well, we're young, we don't have to get married. It's like, yeah, but Barstool ages you.
That's what I'm saying. I understood what you were trying to say, but I'm like, you were saying that to me, but you were saying it to someone who like doesn't understand you as well as I do and doesn't have the history.
I
with
wasn't
you that
saying
I do.
it to her till she ran into the studio.
I mean, that is just something people have to understand here.
And if
I
people
think that is
don't
a
want
little
to be
bit nuts,
Barstool,
but-
I'll say it to her again, get the fuck out. I don't care. Get out. I'm not going to kowtow around people who haven't earned that. There's certain people like the PMT guys got so big and whatnot that, you know, they're like, leave us alone? Fine, I'll leave you guys fucking alone. Rhea's not there. Like, and there's a lot of people aren't there, and she's in the content. If you actually really, and this isn't in on Rhea. This can go from person A to person B to person C, and I disagree with Kevin 1,000%. Like, what makes us different, no matter how many people in this company want to take it out, is the edge that we have. And if you're saying take the edge out, go be every other company on the internet.
Yeah, I'm not saying take the edge out. I'm just saying like.
You kind of are though.
No, I'm
But
saying
it's
I do not think
person
that the
is
chicks in the office need to have the Dave Portnoy edge. I don't think they need to be.
You can't say I don't want the edge, but I want to interact with him and get into his world.
I'm talking bigger picture. Should she have run in here and inserted herself into the Dave?
I didn't
Portnoy?
ask her to come in the first place.
Listen, I'm just saying if she runs in here to the Dave Portnoy show, she's going to get the Dave Portnoy edge. I get that. I'm saying big picture. If you want Rhea, if you want to get the most out of Rhea and chicks in the office and everything she's been doing and growing, I don't think that was a great move.
You can't have it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
If we want to cut this office up, which I'd be glad to do, put everyone who doesn't want me to interact with them on one side, and everybody who wants the full Dave Portnoy effect, we'll see who the bigger stars become. We'll see. My method generally works, and I need people. It's the same thing as a Smitty. And she didn't say this. Now, and I was telling him, like, the exchange we had, she's like, I was just at a bad moment, and I usually can take jokes. That one I didn't. Like, there's no world in which anybody's going to tell me, saying, you're going to be so gross in 5 years, people are going to puke when they look at you to a very pretty girl, and you're going to have to be high on camera, can remotely be taken literally. It's, like, so over the top.
Unless it's your boss. And
What do you mean?
and
Again,
you told her she would have to work behind the scenes. Like she was like, I want to keep working here. Like I want to keep doing my job.
That was
And you're
after
like,
she ran in.
All right, I'm just saying what set her off and made her cry was when she was like, I want to do my
But
job.
that's just somebody who can't take a joke then.
Well, and at that point, I think the gloves were off too. It was like you're.
But like
by the time she came in with the
right, so it was like that was a mean thing to say, but you were in mean mode because it was like
Correct.
we're on air.
and that's what
But
my
I
tweets
wasn't
were.
in mean mode when I said it the first time.
Right.
That
the
was
first
like
one was okay.
My tweets when I said like that is vintage you. Like when I was 20 and you yelled at me, like I might have been able to take it, but it rattled me, and I was like, fuck. Like I might have like when it's like she is still young. Like it you're right that you have to have thicker skin. You have to just be able to take jokes, but it is one of those things. Like it takes time, especially with you.
It's 2 years.
But no, it's not been 2 years with you. Like when I was in Milton, it was like I was with you
Every
for 2 years.
single
Like
day.
she's been here. You've never had a real conversation with her outside of like small talk or like interactions on the radio or whatever. You haven't like. It's not been 2 years like with you.
Right? No, I don't disagree, but
she didn't go to the hospital with you and chop their finger off.
Yeah.
Sort of
right.
thing.
But again, it's no different in whether it be like. I know what you're saying. Well, no, I don't. You're saying it's lazy, but it's no different than if she or anybody else out there ran in here, but you want her to be treated differently.
I don't want anything. I'm just telling you what
No,
I
well,
think.
you are. You're saying it's lazy because, like, I should know that.
No, it's lazy that you, like
Like, why should
her.
I care?
What do you mean?
Like,
Why
when
should you
she
care
runs.
about your employees? I don't know,
why,
Dave. Like,
why? No, I'm being dead serious. Like, my job's to get, like, great content. We had a great radio show. She came in and ran here. Why should I, like, if she can't take a joke?
Why'd you text her? Like, you clearly care.
I don't like making people cry, but I'm saying when she runs in here, like, and where we even go back on this, where you're like, oh, it's a competitive, and there is no other company in the past 10 to 15 years who has built more individual stars and people with bigger followings that people are more attracted to than this place.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some people at this place who want to say it has nothing to do with me. It's just the fact that we've gotten lucky with who we've hired and beat stars no matter what. I would argue that what that environment you just described is the exact reason people care.
People that care that you're talking about, they care about you. Like, it makes them care about you because that's you and you are Barstool and that's what you built. But there are people that care about Barstool that might not care for the drama. Like, they might just like a certain podcast. They might like a certain video series. They might like something else. Like, it makes them care about you, and it reinforces like everything that you've built. But it's not necessarily the key for the entire company.
I disagree with Hank 100,000,000%. It's like someone may like the podcast, PMT, whatever. Barstool's Barstool. We have to grow Barstool. If Churn and Group was like, hey Dave, we'll buy you out, you can get out of here, I'd do it in fucking 3 seconds. I would do it in 3 seconds. The thing that keeps Barstool together, and not these individual things that do Barstool no good in the long run, is Barstool being Barstool. You want it to become Joe Vanilla Ice Cream, where like everybody else.
I don't give a fuck what it becomes, Dave. I'm like, I follow you. I'm on the pirate ship. I'll follow the pirate ship until it sinks. I don't like care what anything happens. It's your world. I'm living in your world. I'm not telling you what I think or want. I'm just telling you, like, there are other, like, I'm just telling you, like, there are other people like other things, certain things. That's all I was saying.
Totally.
I wasn't giving you, like, my opinion on the company.
But when you made it sound like me and the Rhea thing just makes people like me.
No, but you were saying it makes people...
I don't think you realize like that you do have a big enough following and enough clout that there are going to be people who are like, I'm a Dave guy and fuck Rhea.
And also, you say it makes it like you are correct in everything you said that it makes Barstool Barstool, but you are Barstool. Like when Barstool was you for 15 years, so like people love Barstool because you would go at people, and so when you do that, you're like you reinforce by saying that's why people love Barstool. But it's like it's also, but it's the people that are saying they love Barstool. It's the people that love you. Like we're now in a place where there's more stuff going on, so there's people with different interests. Like. It's not just...
And we let it go, most of it. But what I honestly feel like if I went away, if we have a ton of talented people, the thing that this company would lose almost instantly is edge.
Obviously.
And we become like everybody else. That has nothing to do with like Dave Portnoy. That has to do with my personality. It's why I'm the one who built it. Because I'm the one who would like probably get into the things we get in and not back down. It's like, ooh, what are these guys doing? I'm the only one still in this company who will do that. That's what we would lose. What are you doing, Tom?
Deadspin. Barstool Sports founder tells employees she'll be too ugly on camera in 5 years.
Wait, can I just give a quick shout out to Nicole? Happy engagement.
Yeah,
happy
congratulations, girl.
Fuck her.
Jesus Christ, dude. You're such an asshole, Dave. That's the thing. Like, I don't give a fuck.
That was
like,
a
I'm not saying
fucking
you're.
joke, you
but it's
fucking
not like
loser.
Dave, what do you like? You know,
You don't
people
get
have
that was a joke.
It's still
Get
like
the fuck
you think
outta
she
here.
gets it's
Not
a joke?
Get out of here. That was
During
an
yesterday's
obvious
edition
joke.
of Barstool
Holy
Radio,
fuck. I would
apologize.
prefer. I
Be
didn't
the
do
guy
it
that's
for
making
like
girls
it's not.
cry.
Right,
No,
you're not doing it
I'm
for,
me.
like, shits.
I am me, and then what frustrates me is all the people who have food on their table here because I've been me, being like, oh, maybe you should change or do this. It's like bullshit.
I know. Well, yeah, but you don't think there's any like give on that at all? Where
Not
it's-
really.
All right, well,
I mean,
yeah,
I've
there's
tried.
No, there's no point in talking about it.
The give has been like I don't engage.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
I mean,
I'm
that's
not
good.
going
Right.
out of my way.
Right.
Like it's a different office than Milton. It's bigger. So if I don't think I can be myself around you, then I try not to get in the conversation.
So that's basically what it comes down to. Just don't engage with Dave.
But it's like, I mean, we can't act like Hank being like, is my ass in the jackpot on Twitter and people voting and them going back and forth. Like, you're dating somebody in Barstool. It's a Barstool couple. You're talking about Barstool stuff.
Talking about her sister.
Yeah, but ass in the jackpot and all that. Like, using an example.
I mean...
But when listen, I know better than anybody. You come into Barstool, you talk about your personal life on Twitter and on whatever. It's open to, it's fair game.
I get that.
And
do you?
Yeah.
Well, then
What do you
why
mean?
were you just like, that's a Mets thing?
No, but like, I mean, saying ass in the jackpot like does not mean it's a Barstool thing. We're just it's an
You're talking
expression about we're talking
yeah,
about.
but you're publicly talking like you like. Listen, you don't want this talked about. Like, don't tweet it out. Like, you're publicly.
I tried to not be public, and then you started saying it on the radio, and then like at Rough and Rowdy, you're like, we're gonna get a camera on Rhea to watch you.
But
like,
she wanted, like, she was in on that.
Yeah, but you like it was, you have helped push this into the public.
I mean, you're dating it. It's like a storyline. I mean, that
Right,
you
but,
had to know though. That's like part of the deal.
Yeah,
I do,
well, I know,
but
but
that-
you again, you have the thickest skin. You have the most skin in the game. You know that you have always said like literally everything you do is always part of Barstool. I don't know if you can expect, and I guess this is where it's like then just don't work here. I think other people don't think that every single thing they do or say is like.
It's really
fair
hard
game.
though to like.
I'm like it was on Twitter. That part I have no issue with.
No, but in general, like it's just
It's
not
really
everyone
hard.
has as much to gain or
Right.
to lose as you. So it's like, oh, I just tweeted about my sister getting engaged, not thinking like that's going to be.
But it was like an ongoing thing. It made it. I didn't put it on. Like, I had nothing to do with this sheet. It was
for
a
sure.
big enough story where it was on the first sheet, first page of like, what are we talking about? It's like, is Hank's ass in the jackpot? It's not like I went in being like, oh, I'm gonna do it. If that wasn't on the sheet, I like looked at the sheet. It's like, oh yeah, they're talking about it. And then to cry that it's like, and I don't mean that literally, but be like, well, why are you talking about it? It's like, well, you know,
You shouldn't have been talking about it.
honestly, if I was that concerned with like Rhea crying or whatever, then I would have probably acted differently. Like
You don't care that she cried, right?
No, I mean I do in the sense of like as a jerk, but I'm not like there's some great asset that I just ruined.
Yeah, I mean, I think that you, if you're gonna be like director of content and you want to grow people, there's two ways to grow people. Like I'm gonna like berate you and you're gonna be part of content, so you're gonna get exposure. Versus like I'm actually gonna build you up.
Right, and
you've never done the like positive
because
stuff.
what I've done is built the most internet personalities of any internet company out there. There's no way to deny or argue that. Where do my methods not
What have you done
work?
to build Rhea up to this point?
Nothing really.
So,
Give her an opportunity, I guess.
Right. So, but like she's clearly building on her own. So like it's not like you need to like.
It's not building on her own. Like how?
Like you just said, you're like my style builds internet personalities, but you haven't built Rhea to this point. That's just happened.
I don't think Rhea's what is Rhea right now?
She has an Instagram with like that gets more views than your pizza reviews. Like her videos.
Chicks in the Office?
Yeah. On Instagram.
Hank, I could replace her on Chicks in the Office and get the same views. Replace me on pizza, see what happens.
Well, I mean, it's you.
Right.
You
but,
just proved my point, though.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like that.
But it's true.
But okay, but listen, that's just like you have a style of management like that,
And it works.
Right. I think it works. I think you
Just
create
telling everyone
a
they're
very,
replaceable
yeah.
is such a great way to
And,
manage.
like,
I'm
I
sure it
think-
makes all the employees here feel great.
It's the facts. What I just said is a fact.
Right. And that's. I mean, you are going to get a lot of people.
I
here.
don't want her to be replaceable. The more not replaceable it is, the better.
Listen, you're going to grow a place that is like very popular, and if you have extremely thick skin, you can probably weather the storm and be big, and you will lose your fucking mind. I don't think you realize how much your cosign of something goes a long way.
Right, but
so it's
but
like
that,
the same
that
way
is,
our advertisers love us because when you cosign, people go do it and they buy it and they subscribe to it, whatever. You don't ever do that for anyone in house.
What cosign say? I like it. You mean or
Like
something?
mention it, promote it, do anything outside of just Dave Portman.
I guarantee, if you went back and looked on retweets and stuff of other things, that I'm probably the lead guy.
Okay, let someone please do that.
Yeah, please.
Pull the numbers.
Right.
All right, yeah.
And even like a retweet is, you got a lot of followers, but it's like people know what you
What about
really
like your
buy
own? What
into
about your
what
own words? You think you're the most with that? Like actually being like, this is really good. You guys should go listen.
That's
to
what I'm saying. Like an actual, you don't
You think
actually
you're the most
co-sign
with that?
Like you
Or blogs
I mean,
written.
Listen,
more like
you've always trashed on my show, right? Like it's never. I don't think you've like helped my
I mean,
show grow.
it's the new shows that get most of my like retweets.
Just
and whatnot
retweets.
now.
It's just retweets.
I don't know how anybody who works here could think that. And I know what Hank's gonna say. She gets a lot of shit for her looks. You gotta toughen up. Maybe that helps toughen up. If you're basing what you're doing on your looks, which clearly she is, then you better toughen up.
I mean, ultimately, what it comes down to is you have never been a positive reinforcement guy.
Totally not.
It's been more like negative to create drama, to create storylines, to create exposure.
And retweets.
And you will get a lot of exposure. I do think that you will create and I don't think you care about this, like it's a toxic spot.
There's a reason we are us.
Right. And you don't want to,
and
you don't want to compromise on that at all.
Nope. Right. And I think that's why we're here. And if you can't take it, and like you say, Kevin, it's like we'll lose some people. We'll fucking lose them.
But do you think it's like Rhea started Chicks in the Office on her own? Kevin and Brendan were like, you guys should start doing this. Like she started. Do you think there's a little bit of being like, oh, you started it. I'm not going to give you any credit for it, and I can replace you if I want. Like, do you think
I didn't say I'm not giving you no credit for starting it.
But you're saying she's like she's not important.
You said to me.
But I think Dave's like motivational tactic is like you're replacing, not like hey.
I wasn't a motivational tactic. Hank said to me, the Chicks in the Office get more views on the videos than the pizza. I said, what is a fact? I bet you I can find a girl quickly and maintain those views and find someone. That's just a fact. Do you not want me to say that fact?
I'm just saying it's like kind of discredits her. Like it's like
not discrediting her.
But
she started it. She's very good at it. I want her to continue at it.
But so like if you said that a little bit of that more often, I think it would balance out the like you're so ugly you won't be on camera sort of thing.
And that's the thing. It was jokes. I understood. When you said the words like I know how you get. She said apologize and you fucking snapped into your
you can see it in your face.
Mood and you said it. When you said maybe you shouldn't be behind camera, that wasn't a joke. That was fucking mean.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
You said brutal.
That was
fucking deserved.
You said brutal. Like,
all right,
and that's
that's it.
You said in that moment you thought
what did you want me to answer?
To be brutalized.
I'm just kidding.
No, but I mean, I think you could have let it be.
What would your answer be then?
I think you could have let it be and just been like, I'm not going to
apologize.
But,
get out, like, this is my radio show.
Sitting there demanding an answer.
Right. I think you were like,
I'm
get
not
the fuck
going to apologize. Get the fuck out.
But there's two very different things. There's when I'm on Barstool Radio talking.
Yeah.
And if Rhea comes into my office like a normal person, instead of storming in the middle of the radio like an idiot.
And that's where getting brought up like you were talking about it.
But even still,
but no matter what. Brought her up, Hank. You two talked on. You just want me to ignore what goes on with you two?
No.
Then don't fucking talk about it publicly.
But you keep saying storming like she was in the conversation.
She stormed in the second time.
No, but the second time she did come in hot, and that's where like there's somewhere in the middle here. I think just
we
joked
the entire first time, and she came storming in like an idiot.
The second time when she realized the words were said, she came in too hot. The bigger picture is just like. Well, the atmosphere you're going to create is one that's like very intense and harsh, and you'll make money and you'll be successful if you can hack it, and that's cool.
But
don't.
If you don't want that, you shouldn't be
right. But also don't expect the people that are here to be like, "You're so awesome, Dave." And
who's expecting them to be awesome?
I'm just saying, don't ever
like who else would
or like when you're like, I'm such a good boss. It's like, no, you're not.
I let people do things like this. Isn't like a one-way street. Like
you've always said it. You can say whatever you want about the boss.
Me a kike.
Yeah.
I never said that is the biggest fucking misconception in the entire world. I never said kike. I have Jewish descent. I said he because I didn't know what meant in Hebrew. I didn't know it was an insult. Everyone like you just fucking have spun that into the world where people think I was being anti-Semitic.
That's what people told
I said
me.
Heb. That is
no,
as in
but his
Hebrew.
bigger point stands. Like you can come at
kike is actually an insult. I'm aware of that.
You can make a diss track.
I was
you can
making
fucking
jokes.
make fun of
kike,
his balls.
I thought it was a joke. Kike. I would not say that. I would not say the word kike.
Get out of here, Henneasy.
Thank you, Dave.
We'll be back.
Thank you for inviting me on.
After.
I get it. It's his girlfriend. That's the crux. I get what you're saying. You said that for 5 years.
I think there just needs to be like I have no problem with it's like good cop, bad cop. You fucking brutalized her. I talked to her
I have no
afterwards.
problem with it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with it.
I think that's a weird.
But
way
it
to do
is.
But it's
Can I tell you something?
The huge difference is if like I'm not a crazy person if you come into my office and close the door.
Correct.
Okay,
I have no problem
but you
with how it
don't treat
unfolded,
everybody the same. That's
anybody who did that would have gone treated
that
the
is
same.
True. But you know exactly where you went. Like there was a breaking point, and you were like, I'm going through it.
Well, it's because she came in. It's like I'm mad at her for coming in like that.
Right, but then even it was like back and forth, and then it could have just been like, Rhea, I'm not apologizing, get the fuck out of here, and it was like, you'll have to move behind camera.
It's like it's good. People like it, but that's Hank saying it makes them like me. I disagree. I think it brings Barstool. I think it makes Rhea like more attached.
Yeah.
And again, it's like the original discussion. Yeah, we were being over the top, and it was like mean, but it was like joke. To me, I'm going to Nantucket. I'm gonna go to the house that Hate built for like fucking a month. I feel like I'm going out. So like, I want shades on right now.
It's episode 69. We'll catch you on Tuesday.
Stomped on the cake right in his face. It's good radio.
Bye, Dave.
See you later, Dave.